faster.
Running on ice is ill-advised.
It's just good advice.
It's just good advice. Hey, pal.
If you noticed, we have subtitles on intros.
Right. Sonic Fox had tweeted that out. And we were like, hey, pal, they're there. You just got to turn them on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
There we go. Start with that
Opens 'em up.
overhead. Kind of drops it. A trade. Good jump.
Amplifies the slide.
You guys kind of have to talk while you're playing, too.
All right.
Okay, we can do that.
I'm not good at commentating this.
Well, at the moment, you know, trying to hit Steve with these slides. For people that don't know, the slide crushing blow can be activated after you've done 3 EXs. So my game plan is to make sure that I have that available, just in case I need that at any point.
Right.
And I've already hit him with 2, so now Steve has to think about this the entire time. Is that slide crushing blow going to come out and bite him?
So 2 fatal blows are available right now. Oh, there it is.
Punish.
Hey, Steve, it seemed like you're kind of throwing the amplified saw blades whenever you want.
Yeah, I mean, the intention of the stamina meter is not that it's super, super limited. It does recharge at a fixed rate, and it's pretty fast. Like, the idea here is that we don't want you to just never be able to do it. So yeah, I'm pretty liberal with how I use it. That's personally how I play, and I think it makes a lot of sense with how it works.
Goes for the low grab. Oh,
And the reward is just so good that why would I
I'm
not
taking it.
go
I'm
for
taking it.
Oh, that's
extra
a
damage.
big
Damn.
Now, keep in mind, Sub-Zero does not have his crushing, his fatal blow available anymore.
Right. I decided to end the round with it, so I've now left myself naked on that stuff. When it comes to fatal blow time, if I'm down again, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm not going to have it available. Whereas he has his, and I now have to think about that the entire time.
that it could come at any moment.
Yep.
Goes into the low grab, pushing him back. Probably going to go back to saw blades. Yep.
Big trade.
Saw blades.
And now, as Steve
just
alluded,
staying back, waiting for a mistake.
As he alluded to earlier, I now have to be very careful on when I do anything.
Oh!
There it is. Oh, he just throws it out all willy-nilly like that.
Now, it will come back.
It will come back, yes. It's about 6 seconds, so it's a while,
It
but
is
it will
back
come
now.
back.
Ken rolls back.
Steve's waiting for his moment to come in.
Ooh, throwing out.
Oh, there it is!
Caught him.
Oh, you're so fast. Help me.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, and you did.
So now, we are into the final round,
And
and
we
there
both
are
used
no
our-
fatal blows
Right.
available.
Yep.
So the last 30 seconds meta is drastically different. It's honest now.
Yeah,
But
honest pussies.
honestly, like in a situation like this, like if you think you're going to lose the round and they're going to use their fatal blow in this situation, especially with Kabal the way it goes into it, maybe baiting it out for the second round is a good idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Going back to his zone. And
Oh, what?
he
always
gets
good.
it.
No more crushing blows available on the slide.
Right, I've already used it, which I then lost that round, so that ended up being a huge mistake tactically. And that is when you have to decide when to use it. Oh,
Now you notice
They're
I
just trading
amplified that
here.
interactable to get armor.
Oh, right.
Gets him in the corner.
Oh, I'm in a lot of
boy.
trouble.
It's going to be good damage.
Oh, he guessed
That,
right.
that is punishable.
That's going to be it. Oh, air escapes.
Oh, breakaway.
Breakaway.
Burke back there sat up in his chair. He's like, what?
Breakaway puts you in an armored state and you flip out of the combo, but you do still take damage. And the key thing to keep in mind is, because it takes so much stamina, you don't have access to your wake-up attack.
Right.
So Ken survived the combo, but he was put in a very, very difficult situation to recover from.
Yep, which is why sometimes you don't have to sell it for the slide. It is Sub-Zero, is it not?
Yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Turn back, Kabal.
I only know how to go forward.
Then you require a lesson.
That's very positive. He only knows how to go forward.
I like
He's
that.
a real
I like that.
progressive.
First hit props. Go. Amplifies the throw.
But again, just trying to get myself into a position where I have the KB available if I want to use it.
Oh, just throwing out jump kicks.
We saw a real quick question on Twitter about the 30-second timer thing. You can't just end a round.
No.
No, you cannot. Also, a note on the interacts, as people can probably see right now, I used 2 in a row, and Sub-Zero, no defensive stamina because of those interacts. So
Yes.
I now can't wake up, and I put myself in a position where Kabal can just do what he wants to me. Also, for those that haven't seen a lot of the sub stuff, he's got these really cool projectiles that I keep using a lot that look really awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the new zoning Sub-Zero. Those are the ones that I use too.
Yeah, so Sub-Zero never being known as really a zoner in any. Oh!
Oh.
Fatal blows. Oh!
So that round did not turn out well for Sub-Zero.
It did not. And as you saw, Super Move's armor is not instant. I did try to super in a gap in a string, and I was stuck. Poor
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
It does take a few frames.
Now, if it was stuffed, does he get it back?
Yes.
Okay.
You
It has to go into the animation.
Yep, it has to go into the actual animation to count. Same with if it whiffs or if it's blocked.
Gotcha.
But it is a pretty long cooldown.
Sub-Zero with the long leg syndrome there. Now there was a decision where I did not want to use the crushing blow because I didn't feel like it was time.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I am. Oh, now I'm really in trouble.
Oh!
Oh! Steve tried to get a little swaggy.
Oh!
Yeah, that was
That did not turn out well.
Critical disaster. Never go full Derek, Steve.
Yeah,
Never
totally
go
went
full Derek.
Is it going to kill though?
yeah.
Wow.
Never go full Derek.
Steve, how you feeling right now about that decision you made?
It's fun. I still have a round.
Alright.
You have a crushing blow as well, right?
Yeah, that's true.
A low grab, pushing him back.
I'm using it.
Ooh.
Look
at that
now I'm
damage.
a little emo. Now I'm
Now it's
legitimately
looking good. Now it's looking good for Team Sub-Zero. Oh, and then I immediately eat a projectile. Maybe it's not looking good for Team Sub-Zero. I might have lied on the internet.
Alright. Just about evening up the health here. Looks pretty close. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I missed the punch.
You see his overhead there, I was actually able to punish it. So Sub-Zero has a great long-range overhead. It is good, but he was dead for going for it.
Oh!
And that time the
That's
armor
gonna
did
do
so
it.
well. I think this might be
I
it.
think it's it.
I might be in a world of hurt. Send help.
Yep, you did.
Oh, I should have brought my Naptown Clutch trophy to make me feel better.
Wait,
Oh no, you're still alive!
Oh, you've got life! You got life!
No, I'm in the
Oh!
That was awesome.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Can we clip that and everybody tweet it to 16-bit, please?
Wow, it's 1-1.
We're into the tie.
Wow.
Now, Tyler, you've been practicing with Sonya.
Little bit.
It's interesting. When you first started playing, you gravitated toward Baraka and Geras, but you actually fell into Sonya. Tell us why.
She has some cool like two-player anime, like stuff where I like get to do throws and like not command grabby so much, but like kind of grab.
You don't care for me.
Life-sucking harpies aren't my thing.
I appreciate your blood's fire.
Oh, I don't even want. No.
Yeah, Sonya, I wouldn't call a grappler by any means.
no.
She has a lot of grapple moves. Like, her archetype's not a grappler, but she is absolutely filled with those two-player animations that are super, super cool. I also really like her in this game.
On the other hand, I'm very excited that this match started with Tyler. Oh, that was a meaty amount of damage. Tyler shooting onion rings and Derek immediately teleporting. Very excited to see that this is going well.
Oh, so you can see amplified it. Forget the armor. Armor is actually not plentiful in this game. Most characters don't have armor at all, except when they're fatal blows.
Oh,
which
there it
speaking
is.
of,
Speaking of fatal blows,
Derek with no thought involved in whether he should use it or not.
And this
Just-
actually, yeah, this is.
I thought my life is down. I need to hit.
It makes sense, but it's a huge risk this early in the match.
That's me.
Especially when you have already had a huge disadvantage. Oh, now zoning back. I like what we're seeing here.
Oh, all right.
Yes,
worked out
me!
for Derek.
Way to go, me!
And it paid off. But remember, now Derek will not have access to that. I don't know what he's going to do in an emergency.
I don't
for
know
the
what
next
I'm
2
going to
rounds.
do, period.
Still do the shoulder buttons and nothing comes out. Now you can see Sonya there used her flying kick ability move, which is actually, I really appreciate that reference to MK Deadly Alliance when she had the fly kick.
Come on, buddy.
It's also great because it kind of
You gonna
functions
jump at
like
me
the old
again?
square wave. That's one of the moves I use on my Sonya loadout. And if she meter burns it, it goes into a throw, which looks really cool. It's like the Izuna drop.
Oh, man, look at this.
And Tyler really hasn't done back one at all.
Well, he did it once, got blown up by a down 2, and said, I'm never doing this again. And there it is again. Derek has now figured out the formula.
Tyler is just absolutely going crazy with the
around.
fly kick.
Tyler getting back to the zoning game. Oh,
man,
man.
Oh no!
Now Sonya's getting
these
her
are
off.
bad
He's going-
choices I've
he's got
made.
the
These are
combo.
bad
Also,
choices
he has
I've made.
fatal blow.
He has fatal blow.
Yeah, just die!
Tyler could easily make this comeback. He goes for the leg grab. No punish.
Oh!
No amplify on the leg grab.
Shoot.
Derek!
Why would I do this to myself?
Derek worked himself into a problem, and look what happened. Massive comeback by Tyler. Nice job.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Now Tyler is sitting next to that bird feeder.
Not anymore. He wanted to fly away like a bird.
All right, good punish.
A punish.
Scarlet's overhead has tremendous range, but actually is full punishable if you have a long-range move. Excellent. Tyler mashing out of that restand. The restand is actually not like a big, long stagger.
Right.
Yes, that
Oh,
is.
it says Tyler sucks. Yeah. Mine says default because I forgot to name it.
All right, this is actually getting down to the wire here. They have very
neither
similar
are going to have
health.
fatal blow, so this is
I did.
going to
Mine
be...
didn't hit. Mine didn't hit.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's correct. That's a huge win for you.
I should Derek because he had his now.
Oh.
Big throw though.
Go throw count.
Here we go. Oh.
Now fatal blow is available. Let's see if Tyler can get in and use it. Oh, the slowness of that ball's making a high jump over.
Good match. That was a great match.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Battle might not count.
What the hell is this?
That's a good point.
Wait,
Oh,
that's
there
valid.
is some chicanery going on.
I'm keeping an eye on your clan.
Trust, but verify.
Just like the Gipper said.
Wow, a Ronald Reagan reference.
Yeah. Derek immediately teleporting.
I had not
like
seen
a
that
madman.
before.
Derek, please describe to the audience how this is any different from your normal game.
None.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
Yeah, this is bad.
Now, keep in mind, that means he can't block leg grab.
It also means that, remember, you cannot just wake
No,
up.
I was gonna do mine!
You cannot wake up with a special move. So Derek, if he gets knocked down, can't
Right.
just do wake up teleport.
He can't block jump-ins. I'm impressed that you two haven't screwed up and accidentally blocked.
Yeah,
Me too.
Are you though?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would eat 4 free uppercuts. Oh, good. Full combo.
Look at this.
This is crap.
Look
Chooses
at
not
this.
to amplify for the extra damage, saving it.
Oh, big anti-air. God, Derek is just getting steamrolled.
Yeah, this is not
I'm
looking
confused.
Oh,
what to do?
send
I'm
help.
okay. I'm okay
need
to take it.
I need
That
to
might
take a
have
minute.
been
Yeah.
the poorest choice of a fatal blow.
Like I wanted you to do that.
Yeah, that
All right, guys.
Oh,
Everybody's
was-
Team Tyler. Real cool.
No,
Brutal.
come on.
chainsaw's in play.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's good. I need to get back to where I was.
Yeah, I think you actually got too excited and are now struggling. Now you got
Here we go.
Not amplifying.
Oh,
all right.
man.
That was absolutely decisive.
Yeah, that was impressive. Oh, no! Turnabout.
This is just rude. This is rude. All right, so do we go to back to the Wheel of Chaos? Or?
We go back to the Wheel of Chaos.
Crap.
For the belt. Back to the Wheel of Chaos.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Okay,
You can do
Thank
it.
you, pal. Thank you, pal.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no
pal.
problem.
Thank you, pal.
Oh,
Fun one.
sportsmanship.
Fun one. The Wheel of Chaos. What do you
Wheel of
bring?
Chaos. Turn.
Steve picks characters. Okay.
Derek will use. I'm going to go with the opposite and say Sub-Zero.
Okay.
Zero. Baraka.
Great. I'll go with that variation.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. It's been a while, everybody. It's been a while. Well, Derek, good luck.
Good luck, buddy.
Shang Tsung.
Now, Sub-Zero, actually, I'm a huge Sub-Zero fan, and I love his MK11 design. It's very different. He is no longer a defensive beast. He's a footsies beast.
I'll pick your bones clean. Savagery is no match for skill.
The savage eat the skilled.
I love Sub-Zero, known contract killer, lecturing someone about civility.
Oh, awesome. Maybe they can have some.
We can block again, right?
Yes.
All right, so
Oh, there you go.
let's see how familiar. I think everyone's familiar with Sub-Zero, right? Like, he's a
Yeah, I'm
character
just gonna
that
do this to Tyler.
I'm
you know.
in a ton of trouble. I almost said shit ton of trouble. But I did.
Well, you did there after.
Thank God you didn't.
Converting
Oh,
off
we have combos. Look
Yeah,
at
look at
this.
this. Yep. Derek's learning strings on the fly. This is going very well.
Now, will Tyler use his fatal blow? Because you know he wants to.
Yeah. He was using it until you said that.
Yeah.
It was coming out immediately.
All right, there we go. I was about to say the Spark can actually outzone Sub-Zero.
That's gonna do
Oh,
me.
wow.
Big
That,
old
I didn't
chunk.
mean to do that, but I did.
at
Might
least
have-
he used it.
Yeah.
Right.
Might be a tactical error.
Round 2.
I don't remember his moves very well. That's on me. Yeah, it's true.
Tyler doing the MK2 jump kick. I love it. That big drop kick.
Nice mashing on that throw tech.
Shades of Randy Orton.
Oh man, big bite.
Oh, took a bite out of crime like McGruff the crime dog.
Derek now wishing he had that crushing blow available. But here we go.
Oh,
Derek's-
Sub-Zero is
yeah.
absolutely dangerous in the corner. here.
Derek's got him in the corner.
I'll take him out.
Just
I'm
toss the
friendly.
right out though. Fatal blow in play again.
Jump at me, Tyler.
Baraka's Fatal Blow is actually a super fast overhead,
This is true.
so you really got to look out for it. But Tyler's in a lot of trouble right now. He really needs to hit that Fatal Blow. Huge opportunity.
I'm gonna have enough health.
He's going to have enough health, but he's tied it up.
It is.
It's
Super close.
Yeah, it's going to be really close.
Cruddy dud.
Everyone's
Let's see if
sweating.
Blade Spark can finish this off. Doesn't go for the mid.
No!
It's a mid. You can't slide under that.
Thank you, Steve.
We were going to the last round here.
Final round.
But
Fight.
a note, there is a fatal blow still in play. Not for Baraka, however.
I think Tyler really needs to use the amplified Blade Spark. No wake up attack. He's going for uppercuts. Tyler's playing Baraka like it's MK2.
But it's fine. Threw him into the corner. Now,
Excellent. Goes to
into
the
a
low.
Yep.
Oh, whoa! 2 uppercuts. No punish!
No punish. Oh god, it's falling apart.
They're both panicking.
Yep, absolutely.
Big
No.
whiff.
Ooh, okay.
Big bite.
Good bite. Chomp.
The mace is in play. Mace the Dark Age. Oh, no. Jump kick versus jump kick.
Oh.
Mace whiffs.
Mace whiff. This is just...
No!
Okay.
Stop it!
Derek's
Blade
just
Sparks.
eating every
Crushing
Blade
blow.
Spark.
Derek, you know he wants to do this crushing blow. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I do want to do the
Fatal
crushing blow! I don't want to
Fatal
die!
blow. It's fatal.
Whatever.
No, we have a
Oh,
champion.
we
We have an
got
inaugural
one.
champion.
Oh no, Derek.
Hit 2. Hit 2.
Two.
Up close. Up close. Up close.
Oh, well.
Oh my God.
I feel like he just shouldn't get the belt after.
So here we go, Lord Kabal. So let's start by talking about his normal attacks. And like I said, they have excellent range now. Like one of the key ones is backlight punch,
Look at that reach.
back front punch, back punch, down punch is this super far, like start of the round kind of footsie tool, which is like, footsies is like your mid-range game. You're kind of back and forth when you're feeling the opponent out. The first hit is a mid. The second hit's actually very fast overhead. And he can actually hit confirm it into the dash and go into a combo if he wants. One thing that's notable about that is typically in MK11, we actually don't have that many special moves that go into a combo without amplifying it.
Right.
Even Scorpion's Harpoon in this game, he actually has to amplify it to get a combo.
Right.
He doesn't. The dash, he'll always get a combo. So that's kind of a pretty powerful thing about Kabal, a really good option.
And you can just catch people all day with it, just like classic
Of course,
Kabal.
just like classic Kabal. Another really good normal is forward 2-2-4, which he starts doing these mids, and then he ends in an overhead. And he has low attacks that you can use to mix it up if you want. So that's kind of a good, like, up close.
Splat.
Yeah, and that also goes to a crushing blow we can talk about later.
Okay.
Another one is 3-2, which is kind of like your Punisher string. Like you block Sub-Zero's slide or Scorpion's Harpoon, and then you can actually, again, juggle them and go into Nomad Dash.
Classic Kabal.
Now, here's what I want to just do a little. I noticed something
Okay.
that you did, Steve. So, as you know, like when you create your own versions of these characters, you can name
Yes.
what you've done it. You've called this 7-3.
Yes.
As
That's a reference to a
I know.
previous game that I'm going to get to, and that it basically is a warning to people playing him. I'm very, very strong.
I'm very, very strong.
Yeah, beware. And I made this Kabal this loadout on purpose.
Did I just blow a reveal?
Yeah, I mean it's not a big deal, but thanks Tyler for killing the bit.
My bad. My bad.
So the final normal I'd talk about is my personal favorite with Kabal. It's his forward 4, 1+3. So this knee is super fast. It's a really good mid, and it goes straight into a very quick overhead.
Okay.
And I want you to keep in mind, I keep mentioning overheads because those are the key mix-up tools that he has in his normals.
Right.
And we'll get to his lows in a little bit. So
Now,
this,
when we talk about overheads too, like for those who don't know that's a move that you have to stand block.
exactly.
It will
If
hit
you're
you
crouch
if you are
blocking,
ducking.
you'll get hit.
Yep.
So you're always going to want to stand block against him unless he commits to low special moves that I'll show in a minute.
Sure.
So I think the forward 4 is just a great tool. Like if you hit a down 1, or if the opponent does something where they're in recovery, but they're not punishable, but they're like slight recovery, it's a great move to just mash it out. Honestly, when I play Kabal and I don't know what to do, I do forward 4.
Right.
And you really can't go wrong.
And another thing, like I just want this, as you watch the Combat Cast and as you learn with us, I want you to know some of the terminology. So when you say forward 4, like people play on different consoles, different systems, so the buttons are labeled as such 1, 2, 3, 4. So
right.
it's
Like you can think of it as the left punch button is 1, then 2, and then on the kicks it's 3 and 4. So that's a universal way for any character, any console.
So when you go online, you go to the Amazing Mortal Kombat Reddit, you go to our Discord, on Twitter, if people are trying to discuss what combos do,
Yep.
you're going to see a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, back, forward, 4, to like explain how combos work.
Another notable thing I'd like to show is that a lot of his like classic things, like your sweep, your down 4, your pokes, and all that, he also uses like swords. Like this is actually his down 4, which is awesome. It's almost the start of the range, the start of the round range. A lot of times, just kind of playing the mid range, walking back and forth in the back 1 range, I'll just kind of do this and clip their leg. And you can see his sweep actually has, I would call this
good range right
hella
there.
range. I think this is hella.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very good range. It's another move I'll just throw out.
What's above hella range?
Hema.
Oh,
That's one step bigger.
Okay, gotcha.
His back 2 is also great. It's not a combo, but it's kind of a safe, like,
Just get the hell out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Move.
Okay, that was you. That was you
Role
doing
playing
a
Kabal.
Kabal impression. Okay.
And now I think we can show his throws, which are pretty awesome.
And yeah, let's show this.
Sorry, that was my sound.
No, I like it.
Oh, God, it's good.
And I've always talked about this. Throws are so good. You see a lot of them in fights. So the throws really have to add color to the character. Like, they always have to feel like the character. Because, you know, you watch a lot of tournament games, you're going to see a lot of the throw is something that is coming back to a lot. It's an animation, so you want it to be something that's really cool.
Right.
Because people are going to see it all the time.
Yeah, it's one of the best ways to show a character's personality. We can also see his wake-up attacks. He uses hook swords. It's a huge anti-air.
Yeah.
But then his up 3-1 is a straight poke.
Let's talk a little bit about wake-up attacks, too,
That's
because
a great time to talk about it. So, you no longer do any special move you want when you're knocked down. Instead, you have these preset moves that are only available when you're knocked down. So with him, you hit up 2 and he'll do this move. And that's just a wake-up attack. That's the only way you can do it. And then you have an up 3. So
Now, also notice that it took 1 bar of defense and 1 bar of offense when doing that.
you are both waking up and you're invincible, and you're also attacking. So it takes 50%.
now are they both armored, or is just one? How does that work?
Great question. So you're up 3, which is like your poke. You just kind of strike them. That's fully invincible. But you don't get a lot of damage. You can see he just kind of knocks Sub-Zero away. It's just kind of get off me, get some
reset.
breathing room. Right.
Yep.
But the up 2 is not invincible, but it is an anti-air, and it is immune to air attacks. And that you get a full pop-up. So you can see he actually gets a combo. So the idea here would be, it's a simple meta of, do you want to do the safe, like just get off me, low risk, low reward option that's fully invincible, and if the opponent respects that and they try to jump over you to punish it, you go for the anti-air one.
Right.
And then it would loop back into not doing a wake up attack at all, or you can wake up roll forward or back, which is actually invincible.
Right.
Or you can just get up and actually block, and you know.
Who wants to do that?
Right. I mean, you've
got all
never
these
seen
tools.
me do that.
Like, no.
Right.
Why would I
Use the
do
tools.
that?
Awesome.
So I think that's kind of Kabal's base kit, and I think the notable thing about Kabal in this game is he's actually, in my opinion, pretty basic and easy to play, which is interesting for him.
Right.
Kabal, like in MK9, was actually a high execution character, and in my opinion, he's not really like that anymore. He's not like a high pressure, high intensity character. He's pretty simple, and for me, I've always loved Kabal, but I could never actually play him.
Right.
I'm all in on. He's one of my favorite characters to play right now because you're only going to use like 5 or 6 moves, and they're pretty basic, and he kind of has a move list. It's like quick and dirty. Like,
Right.
here's some good mids, here's some good overheads. He has a couple low special moves. What more do you need?
Well, and that's important too. I mean, that happens a lot in the games we make. Is that like there are some characters that like really help the people who are good at high, like, very difficult things. But like a lot of characters who aren't super difficult to play still fit right in the meta, and it's a good place to start. Like if you're starting playing our games, like maybe Kabal's a good place to start for you.
I absolutely think he'd be a really good beginner character. If you just want to use your kind of from this range, I just kind of do safe stuff and don't really commit to anything. Make the opponent, if you want to think more about the opponent making mistakes than what you're doing, I actually think he's a great character for that.
Also has a lot of really badass specials. So if you're a guy who's not a tournament guy and you like sitting down on the couch with your buddy and having a beer and playing the game and want to slam some hook swords, this is the guy you go with.
Which sounds like a good reason to get into his special moves.
Let's do it.
So, I don't know if anyone noticed in the trailer, Gas Blast is gone.
Well, it's just totally different, I guess. Kind of, right?
It's gone.
All right.
There is no more instant or gas. There are now
Well, yeah.
hundreds of MK9 players that are just
Crying.
Well, there's a couple of Kabal players that are crying.
Right.
However, Kabal's still a pretty awesome zoner. His buzzsaw is now very, very fast, and it's actually a gadget that he throws. Because I've always wondered, what is that? Why does he lift his leg up and summon a magic buzzsaw? It is now Black Dragon tech from the Black Dragon Black Market he got from Kano, and he actually throws it like a straight projectile. It's a good recovery. It's pretty good. And the amplified version actually allows him to go into Nomad Dash. So you can't really react to it. You gotta guess that, like, you gotta be pretty confident it's gonna hit. But if he's trying to trade projectiles and you're sure it's gonna hit because it's significantly faster than most projectiles, you can go ahead, go into it, and actually get a combo conversion. So that's pretty cool. He also has other buzzsaw moves that you can use as abilities. Like, for example, this loadout, he actually has the low one back. And the amplified one is super cool because he throws two. It does really good chip damage, and it takes up a ton of space, so they actually will have to jump.
Right.
I also, in this loadout, because this loadout is based on, now I'll admit the 7-3 thing is, this is my MK9 style Kabal. He actually has a air straight one that he can do.
Oh, jeez.
And he can amplify that to actually recover super, super fast.
Right.
So, you know, you can use to cover the ground, and they're going to have to inch their way in, and you know they're going to want to jump, and then you can go on and do the air one and try to catch them.
Or if they jump, can't you just catch them with a dash too?
Of course, you can do the classic, one of the best MK3 anti-air.
Just stay back, right? Like, it's awesome.
Now, we've already talked about the Nomad Dash, but now we'll show it clearly. It's everything you want about Nomad Dash. Now, normally, he actually cannot cancel it. That's gone too.
Right.
We've, like, a lot of the pressure like that is drastically toned down in the default move list, but if you're someone that really loved it and you do have the execution,
right?
You're not like me, you don't want to just, you know, play the bare bones, you want it, that is available as a customization item, so he actually can still do that.
So all the people that were asking is dash canceled back for him.
Yes, it is. You can make that loadout. If that's your bag, you're someone that's really good at that, that is available. It'll take one of your slots, so you got to think clearly, you know, but if you want to make this MK9 style loadout,
you can.
You're free to do it.
And you can do it.
Yep. Another special move he has that's actually back, and I think is very cool, is his hook slam move. And this is your combo ender. You're going to pretty much end all your BNBs with this. It does good damage. If he amplifies it, it's super fun.
Yup.
Whee! Yeah, that's super fun. Another one of his key special moves is in this loadout, I gave him... Wait, I just forgot what I was going to show.
Number 3.
I think we're done with this loadout, actually. Cool. I think we're ready to go to the next one. Okay.
Let's check out another loadout.
All right, so I made another loadout. This is the personal one that I use when I play.
Okay.
I'm very happy with this loadout. So first off, this is actually a default move that he didn't have in the last one. He has an air saw that goes at a downward arc. Right. In the last loadout, I had chose to go for the straight one, but normally he uses the down one, which is the one I prefer. He can also amplify it to recover very quickly. And this is pretty awesome, not just for zoning, but it's for faking jump-ins. Like, you can kind of pretend to jump in and actually change the jump arc. You can stay safe by jumping down quickly.
So this is what you were talking about earlier, too, the human, like, awesome-looking skin for him.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely love the coat, and I think his not being burnt up is cool. And since we're playing with timeline stuff, we're able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
He was actually meant to be in Special Forces unburnt, and there's like art for it and everything.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
Steve's Lore Minute.
That's right. That was actually cut. So, and he was in Shaolin Monks, but this is the first time where you can actually play him unburnt. I'm very hyped for that.
All right.
Cool.
Also in this loadout, I gave him a low hook sword, which not only looks cool, this complements all the overheads I mentioned earlier. And this is the way that I like to play Kabal. High risk character. Like, I'll do this, and normally he has the overhead. I'll go into the low hook.
Ooh.
Or, as I said, this is an overhead. I'll do this. So the low hook is punishable. He's going to get bodied if they block it, but he keeps the opponent guessing all the time. I also am a big fan of doing that instead of the overhead, and that's going to not only keep him guessing, but it's going to keep him focused on the normal he's doing, which then opens up throws.
Right.
And then lastly in this loadout, I gave him the parry, which is, in MK9 he kind of had a parry because EX dash is so OD, and now we've actually just given him an actual parry, and it's very strong. He can actually hold it as long as he wants, and he gets a full combo when it hits. So he gets a super effective parry. So in my opinion, the way I play him in this loadout is he's a 50-50, it's a high risk 50-50, but he still opens you up all the time, and then he has defensive options with the parry. So he tries to get in close, then he starts opening up with overhead low mix-ups, and if you try to attack him, he can parry the full combo.
Can I say something?
No.
And Derek, maybe you'll agree.
Okay.
Is there anyone faster at going through the training menu than Steve?
No.
Well,
Oh, got you.
okay.
Got you. Yeah. I'm a child. I'm sorry.
All right, so I gave him two different gases here. The first is this new version of Gas Blast. That's actually like, it's like a string ender. It's a safe way to end his strings if he doesn't want to commit to anything.
All right.
Derek, please. And the amplified version is very neat because he spits out even more gas, and this gas cloud, if the opponent's in it, they will take dot damage, and jumping is disabled.
Oh, okay.
Do you have to say dot damage or just say dot?
Damage over time.
That's
You're
like,
right.
That's
It
like
should
saying
just be-
ATM machine.
Right.
Right.
So this one you can kind of use when you're focused on the mid-range with his back one string. You kind of spit that out, and now the opponent, they're either going to take the damage or they're going to continue to stay out. So that's pretty
a
cool.
sick respirator, too.
Yeah.
That's really cool looking.
And then I also gave him this high mobility gas jetpack, where you can see and you can control how far you can control how far he goes. And this is kind of like you'd see an air dash in an anime game, or actually maybe even a wacky Injustice character, and you can use it to go into cross-ups, go over them.
Could you cancel the special moves from it?
He can.
Oh my goodness!
Which I really like to do that too. You can use it to go over projectiles. Like if he's going to do Ice Blast, you jump. If you're going to land doing it, Gas Blast over, then do the air saw. It's
When you showed that you could cancel that, I want Matt Burke to put Burke Cam on and show what he did when he saw that.
Oh,
there we go. That was really good.
Right.
That was
yeah.
good.
So
Burke
with the custom variation system, these are three very different play styles. You can play a high mobility keep out version where he can close the distance really quickly. You could play an MK9 style OD zoning version with the cancels if you have the execution. What I love is Scarlet has some similar stuff. I'm not smart or talented at playing complex characters, so I can avoid them. But the option's still there if you are. Or you can play the very basic 50-50 version that I like to play.
Right.
It's pretty much
That's
up
where
to
I
you.
would be too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Crushing Blows. You want to talk about those for a second?
Crushing Blows is one of the new systems you may have seen where his 4-2-2-4, if it hits as a punish, will go into the Crushing Blow. So the meta here would be simple. When you block a slide, do you want to cash in and do your Crushing Blow? And you can see it does a lot of damage. Like,
What's the normal damage? Yeah.
all right, that's the normal one. So it's a pretty significant increase in damage. And you also can get stuff, again, like longer knockdowns or all different kind of goodies. They are decks. One of the key ones is actually forward one. So forward and a front punch. It's very quick mid that travels very far. And he has a couple options he can do from it, including actually a grab attack. Another key one is forward 2-1-2, which is these dash-in punches, and he can actually link and do his command grab after it, or any other special move.
I absolutely love shoulder charges. I don't know why, but like, there's just something about shoulder charges that are so
If
awesome.
you're a big guy in a fighting game, you pretty much need a shoulder guard.
Is it actually because you're not a big guy?
Probably.
So, okay, I'm just making sure.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, no problem.
I think you could still do a shoulder check if you wanted.
No, I would be horrible at it.
We
People
just
would be
saw
like, what are you doing?
Ken do it. It's a big guy staple is the body splash. The big body splash. Another interesting one is back 2-2, which is an old school like 80s wrestling double axe handle.
Clubbing blows.
Yeah, just a big ass clubbing blow. And his normal attacks actually use a lot of his sand powers. Like you can see his down 4. He goes into the ground and it makes sand come up. And his hop attack, which is really cool.
Ooh.
He literally pounds sand.
Pounding sand.
And you can see his wake up attack is very effective as an anti-air.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
a big sand explosion.
Yeah, Ken got me with that earlier.
So you can see, for his normal attacks, he's pretty much just a bruiser. He just kind of goes to the mid-range and up close. Oh, that's a great point. I forgot that move. So he has 1-1-1 and then 1+3, which goes into this backbreaker.
Whoa.
And the last jab is actually an overhead, and he has low special moves that he can actually mix you up with. So the opponent's going to have to guess between a low special move, which crushes them, or a backbreaker, which crushes their back. It's a really big bummer of a mix-up.
Yeah, it's not going well.
There's not really a good choice there.
I mean, backbreakers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Excited?
Unique. First off, his command grab is actually, he runs and grabs you. Like, it's actually distanced. And now, if you're mid-screen, he'll throw you as long as he can, then let you go. But if you do it closer to the wall, see what happens, because it's a barrel of fun.
No.
You were like a pixel
Why did you
off.
reset?
Yeah. To get the run, man.
All right.
Oh. That's just terrible. The way that he slowly walks away is the best part.
I like the way the victim slumps off. Ugh.
So would you say that Geras has some quarter carry capabilities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on for him.
So that's his command grab. The opponent can actually duck it, but you can see that I think it'll even hit from the start of the round.
I think you need to be just a step in, like a micro step.
So his other kind of typical special move is his big fist, his big sand fist. This is an awesome string ender. Like, it's a way to end strings safely. It's safe on block. It is a high, so if it's not a block string, like a safe block string, you can actually duck. Like, if he does a poke into it, you can actually interrupt it. But for the most part, when you're going to use it, it's going to be safe. And that's just kind of, you push him away, you get damage, you stay safe. But then we'll go into more of his, kind of what I was talking about, his wacky trap moves. First off, he has a sand trap. This does not auto-track you. You have to either do close, medium, or far, but it's one of a really good move to keep them out. He can kind of use that in the mid-range and predict that they're going to jump into it. He can use it far away if he thinks they're going to try to throw a projectile or they're going to try to do one of their long-range normals. It's one of those moves that just kind of controls space, and he's saying, stop. Stop.
And it seems pretty fast, too.
It is super fast. There's no way, only Paulo would claim he can react to that. Paulo would use it for glue. Everyone else, you gotta like look for it. Now the thing is, to keep it balanced, is like I said, he has to know, is it close, medium, or far? So he's gotta predict where they are, and they gotta predict where he's gonna do it. Another good space control move is his actual time stop, where he will actually...
One of my favorite moves right now for the characters that we've revealed.
It's extremely clever. So from about mid-range, he can do this, and it has like the hitbox like an aura around him, and the opponent is totally frozen and does not react to anything until it's out, but they will take the damage. So you can actually see he can do an uppercut, and it won't knock them away. They just take real chunky damage, and then once the time stops over, they then react, and he can actually get combos.
And you may have mentioned this. It takes a bar.
Yes, it actually
and this is a move
stamina.
that isn't amplified.
Correct.
It takes a bar regardless.
What more could you do to that move? Right? Like,
Yeah.
You also cannot 2-in-1 into it. So he cannot use it to like do easy combos, but it's a great punisher. It's a high risk move, but it's super high reward.
I've had a lot of fun doing it on jump ins.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, come on.
That's so good.
All right. All right, so this one, we'll push them in. And this, you can already imagine, if you're a grappler, you know what this would be used for.
Yep.
They literally are forced to come into his grapple position. So he can be using his quicksand moves to control space. The opponent is sitting there, they're scared of the command grab. You put that out, and they literally come to be, and they have no choice. The second move we gave him is Sand Pillar, which is very similar to Sand Trap, except it goes up the length of the sky. He still has to do close, medium, and far, and that'll actually pop them up. And what's super cool is the amplified version. Puts it on a timer. You can actually see the hourglass. There you go. And when that's up, pillar comes out. So the idea here is put the hourglass out, then you do his other moves, and the opponent, if they dare to go in, that delayed thing is going to pop them up.
They're always worried that that's going to happen.
Yeah, so that is an awesome space control one. And the final one we gave him here is, his sand trap changes, and it's actually projectile immune when he's doing it. So you do the normal sand trap.
Oh, that's actually another.
That's a different. What is the one in this then?
I honestly don't remember. This might be it for this loadout.
Is that 3 moves?
No, that was just 2.
Yeah, what are we forgetting?
I don't know. my first day.
It's his first day on
It's
the
my
job,
first
Steve.
day, man.
All right, that's brutal.
Moving on. Moving on.
Can we edit that?
No, we're live. Do it live.
Okay.
Wait,
all right.
fix it in post.
Wait, this is live?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Moving on.
All right, we have 5 seconds to think of it. What was it?
The one with the sand.
Yeah. What's the third sand move?
Moving on to
Time to
2.
turn
All
back
right,
time.
two.
We cannot turn back
Yeah,
time.
we cannot. I really wish I was Geras right now.
Yeah, would be nice.
All right, so turn back time. This is only going to have one ability because it's a 3-slot ability because it is the coolest, most OD, OP move in the history of fighting games. I love this move. He actually can bank the last 4 seconds and completely rewind time.
It's awesome.
So, here is the classic example. Let's say he screws up and he whiffs his command grab and he's sitting there, oh no! If the opponent goes to punish it, he can actually reverse time while he's in a hit reaction.
That's awesome.
Like if Sub-Zero is actually doing like 2-1-2 to him, he can rewind.
I would point out that if you watch in the left side there, this one is a little different than most moves. This actually takes 100% of his defensive stamina to do.
Yes,
that
that's
seems pretty powerful.
Yeah,
It's very
so
powerful.
You
but,
get access to literally the most game-changing move ever made, but there are a lot of caveats, and you're going to have to think about that. You cannot use any other ability if you use this. So, and there are some that are also 2 slots. So, if you want to play a very safe Geras that's going to be super conservative, and you're going to use this to erase mistakes, you're giving up a lot to do it. But it is very, very strong, and I think that's one of the cool things about the variation system.
It's so awesome.
It's definitely one of the cooler moves.
You know, I don't think I believe Ken that he's just as fast as Steve.
It's my first day. Be nice.
All right, so his super into has tons of range and is super fast, and he actually sucks you in. So let's go for it. I didn't even think that would hit, and it did.
My spacing. I don't know if we need to talk about that.
I've always said it.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. At least someone defends me.
All right, so let's go to loadout 3, play-based 1. So the first thing I did was I actually replaced his command grab with a choke slam, which is a hit throw. Now, one thing about Geras is he's not really like a combo master. He doesn't have a lot of pop-ups, but with this, he does. He can amplify it, and instead of throwing him on the spikes, he throws him into the sand portal and then gets a full combo. So, while you're giving up your key way of opening people up, you instead get a massive combo string that you can use to punish things or just use it in the neutral. And so if you're not really a grappler guy, but you think Geras looks really
awesome.
cool,
Right.
this is a great choice for you.
Great news for you. Here's the move that you were looking for earlier. The projectile immune sand trap.
Yes, so if you're getting zoned out badly, normally when you do the sand trap, when he's going into the animation, you can hit him out. Like if Sub-Zero had done the freeze, he'll still get frozen. But with this version, he's actually projectile immune once he's sinking in. So it's great for anti-zoning. And he does a great Kali chop, so that makes me super
The
happy.
chop is fantastic.
Yeah, the chop is tremendous. Look at the way their body goes. Like, just get out of here, like garbage. And then lastly, this gives him a souped up big punch. He's actually able to charge it. And the longer he charges it, the more damage it's going to do. And what's cool is it's actually stored. He can charge it up a couple of levels, let it go back to fighting, and the next time he uses it, it remembers how much it was charged. So he could kind of charge it up, make it do a lot more damage, not actually use it, go back to playing it, charge it up a little bit more, and then when he finally wants to cash in, boom. That was a lot of damage. So that's an even bigger fist.
Awesome.
So he's got a big fist and then a bigger fist.
So just like Kabal, it's how do you want to play? Do you want to just go in with forward 1 and charge up your big fist and cash in for big damage?